Hi everyone, and welcome inside Camp Tontozona for the SunDevilSource Two-Minute Drill. Gabby Chernoff and Chris Cartman, we're here following the annual Camp P scrimmage. A great turnout by the fans. You should have seen the line of cars on the highway. Just an overall great turnout. Kenny Dillingham said the best one since he's been there. But today's scrimmage, defense absolutely dominated. Now, they were dealing with a little bit of a depleted offense. ASU held some guys back. But Chris, overall, what did you see from the defense today that allowed them to dominate?
Yeah, no Jordan Tyson, no Shema Matei or Malik McClain wasn't hardly out there at all. Josh Atkins, their left tackle, was held out. Dillingham said those are all minor things, so that's a positive, but the defense absolutely dominated. 13 series, there were only 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals, a couple of bad red zone possessions by ASU's offense. Very aggressive. Brian Ward was dialing up blitz pressures, and they were gang tackling, big run stops, only a few broken tackles. Kyson Brown had a nice couple runs. Kanye Udo had some catches out of the backfield and broke a tackle or two. But for the most part, this was a clear indication of how good that this defense is, which we've been talking about really since spring ball when I said that this was maybe the best defense that I'd seen since 2013.
And another thing Kenny Dillingham touched on when talking about the defense is this is a pretty heavy veteran-focused group, and so they're going to be a little bit more prone to being more aggressive, kind of trying to bully and dictate opponents. So, Chris, what did you see from that aspect today?
Yeah, it's very interesting because I tried to get Brian Ward to say what we had been seeing in camp, which was exactly that. And he didn't want to go that far, but Dillingham has said, we want to be aggressive, we want to dictate to opponents. Ward has told me in the past that on a scale of 1 to 10, this is an 8 on the aggression scale. But last season, they didn't really blitz that much. And maybe that was because they had a lot of first-year starters, guys that were settling into their roles. But now you have 10 of those guys are back starting, and we saw nickel blitzes, cat corner blitzes, safety blitzes. Everywhere you look, there was pressure in the backfield. Sam Levitt was running for his life. He was pressured on one by a nickel blitz by Kendrick Breedlove that led to a bad decision throw. That was an interception that Boogie Wilson took really at the very beginning of the scrimmage. And that, I think, set the tone for the rest of the day.
And speaking of this very aggressive defense, low-scoring affair because of that, but a couple of first-and-goal opportunities for the offense where they actually got moved back on. So, Chris, what did you see from that?
CJ Fight, he blew up a play on maybe 2nd and goal and was in the backfield in a hurry. He's showing off explosiveness, and then they went with the safety blitz with Xavier Alford, who got to Levitt, pushed him back, field goal that they converted. Then there was another one where very similar sort of outcome where they had 2 negative plays. Once this defense was faced with the 1st and goal inside that tight red area, they did a great job, and that was again emblematic of kind of, I think, the heart that they had. They celebrated quite a lot after the scrimmage.
And then the 2 touchdowns that the offense did score, A.J. Ia and Jaron Hamilton, 2 new guys. So, Chris, what did you see from the offense? A little bit of positive takeaway from that side of the ball.
Yeah, A.J. Ia is one of the best-looking freshman tight ends that you're going to see around the country, 6'6" and 255 pounds, leaped in the air. Joseph Smith was supposed to be there and kind of went for the ball and had no chance to get the ball because he kind of got mossed, and A.J. Ia took that in for the touchdown. And then Jaron Hamilton had a big catch in a 2-minute situation. He got yelled at by Hines Ward because he spiked the ball and pointed on a first down. You don't want to be doing that when you're trying to go quick, but he responded a couple plays later with a nice little wheel concept here right behind us for a touchdown, and that sent the fans into a little bit of a frenzy. There's been a lot of talk about the big play capability of Jaron Hamilton throughout camp. He's very exciting. He's a guy who could potentially replace Jordan Tyson in a year or two as their A receiver, and I think he showed fans why that looks promising for them.
Well, the Sun Devils head back down to Tempe today, as do we. An off day tomorrow on Sunday, and then right back at it from Kajikawa on Monday. Until then, Gabby Chernoff and Chris Cartman for SunDevilSource. We'll see you then.